So I'm going to move off camera. I'll be playing these crystal sound bowls to give you some added well-being benefits this morning, and Will is going to lead you through the yoga flow.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. So we'll get started at the front of our mats in the standing position. Today's practice will be mostly standing flow to help us energize ourselves into the weekend. So we'll find that strong mountain pose. Your feet about hip width distance apart. Arms, just let them rest heavy. Just for a minute of just some standing meditation as we settle in to our practice. You can close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or just keep the gaze soft off the tip of your nose. Just slowly starting to check in the body and the breath. From the top of the head all the way down to the toes, just checking in with the body, inviting in softness and space. Bring your awareness all the way from the top of the head down to the face, the neck and throat, down through the shoulders and arms, the hands, the torso, upper torso, the mid-torso, the lower belly and torso. Just let go of thinking, just sensing your way down through your body into the waist, pelvis and hips, down into the thighs and the legs and the feet. Feeling your feet firmly planted in the mat, the floor below you. All your awareness and energy pooling down, grounding you, this foundation supporting you. Feeling your whole body together, alive, full of life and energy, expanding in all directions, inward and outwards. Just check in with your breath here. Without controlling it at first, just the flow of air in and out through the nose. Just feeling the air as it comes in through the body, the nose, the throat, to the chest and the abdomen. And then gently starting to deepen the breath, allowing that breath to become a little more full, breathing down into the belly, the whole torso. Long inhales, filling up space throughout the torso, the whole body. Long and slow exhales, gently releasing. Working to keep this breath throughout our whole practice today. Using the breath as the ultimate guide, ultimate teacher throughout all the poses. And then gently bringing your hands to your heart center, keeping your eyes closed if that feels comfortable. And allow an intention to come forth. Inviting a question for yourself. What is one thing that you'd like to commit to this weekend to help promote your health and well-being? One thing to promote your overall well-being that you can do for yourself this weekend. Without analyzing, without judgment, just notice anything and everything that may arise when you consider this. Allowing this to become your intention for today's practice. Affirming it with your whole body and mind. and being open and curious throughout the whole practice to allow this intention to grow forth from now and throughout the whole weekend. And then gently setting this aside, letting your arms go long. And just start to blink the eyes open, close a few times, letting some light to come back in. Any natural movements here as you start to resettle back, eyes open for the practice. And gently inhaling your hands up overhead, placing your hands behind your head, your elbows out. Inhaling once again, long torso. Exhale, right elbow down to the right side, feeling that stretch in that left side body. Perhaps bending that right knee a little bit, grounding down to that left foot. Starting to connect with the body and the breath with some movement. Softening through the neck, the jaw and shoulders. Inhaling back up to center. Exhaling to the left, letting that left elbow fall. It's a very nice side bend stretch. Perhaps letting that left knee bend, keeping that right leg straight. That right leg firmly planted in the ground. And inhaling back up to center. Letting your arms rest. Do a few sun salutations with a lunge to help build a little heat. Inhaling up overhead. Exhale, folding over. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling your right foot back, letting that right knee come down. Inhaling up. And exhaling down, planting your hands, bring that left knee back. Just lowering your chest down. And inhaling up, whatever mini back bend you hear, maybe mini cobra, maybe a little closer to a full cobra. With the next breath, coming back into downward dog. Just taking a few breaths here as you pedal out your feet. Keeping that breath long and slow as you connect the body, the breath, the mind. Then inhaling your right knee up, lowering your left knee down. Rise up. And exhale, folding. Bring your left foot up to meet your right. Halfway up. Exhale, fold all the way. And just enjoying this fold for a few breaths as you start to stretch out your hamstrings. Maybe coming into a bit of a ragdoll here. Grabbing opposite elbows, letting your head fall. Maybe rocking your hips side to side. Letting your hands fall, bending our left knee, pressing down to our left foot. We're going to keep that right leg straight as we lift up our right hand, maybe just to our hip, maybe all the way up to the sky. Just feeling that stretch in that outer right side. Start to twist the body and breathe. The next breath coming back down to a fold. The other side, planting down through the right. Keeping that left leg straight, reaching up that left arm, staying with the breath. Exhale, folding over. Reconnecting here, and with the next inhale, gently rise up, with the head last thing to come up. Slowly coming back up. Connecting with the body. Do 3 more rounds of that, a little bit faster, but at your own pace with your breath. So inhaling up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale the left foot back, lowering the knee down, rising up. Maybe with these lunges you can even sink your hips down a little bit for that breath. Exhale, folding over. And that right knee back, gently lowering down. And inhale up, cobra. Exhale, curling the toes, rising your hips up back to downward dog for a few breaths here. Inhaling the left foot forward, finding that right knee down, opening up to the other side. Exhale, folding over. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold all the way. Then rise up. Do 2 more. Exhale back, mountain pose, Samasthiti. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, head halfway up. Exhale, your right foot back, coming into a lunge. Just moving with the breath and the body, whatever feels right. Folding over, planting your hands down. Left foot back, lowering down. Inhaling up. Exhale back to downward dog for a few breaths. Keeping your fingers spread like starfish, grounding down to the knuckles. And then opposite foot forward. Rising up. Exhale, fold. Feet together. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Back. We'll do 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, right foot back. Fold. Bring your left foot back. Lowering down. Up with the inhale, curling your toes under, back to downward dog. Inhaling right foot forward, moving that left knee down, back. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Back to Samasthiti. Catching your breath here for a moment, grounding down through the feet. And then inhaling your right knee up, bringing it back into a warrior 2 stance here. Keeping the left foot forward, bend in the knee, straight right leg with that right foot, just tilted in a little bit, hips out to the side. Just flow through a reverse warrior into triangle for a few times. Finding your foundation. And with the next inhale, letting that right hand fall down your leg, reaching up with the left. Reversing that warrior. Then inhale, straightening that left knee, reaching out with the arms, reaching up for the triangle. Inhale back, moving at your own pace, reversing that warrior, bending that knee, reaching back, feeling that stretch. Exhaling, straightening, reaching down into a triangle. One more. Inhaling back, bending that left knee. Exhale, down to triangle. Holding it here for a few breaths. Perhaps bringing that intention back through the body, allowing it to expand throughout the whole body. Just gently bending your knee, rising back up into a warrior. Warrior 2. Coming into a side angle, letting that left elbow fall and that left thigh, keeping the hips open, that right leg straight. Reaching up long with that right arm. There's one line, outside edges of your right foot, the tips of your right fingers, softening through the shoulders, the neck, the head, keeping with the breath. Coming back, warrior two, reversing the warrior one more time. Just a few breaths, opening it up. And gently cartwheeling your hands down, gently turning your hips to face the front of the mat, maybe spreading your feet out a little bit. We're going to walk our right foot forward, coming into a pyramid pose. So planting that right foot in, toes curled out a little bit, straightening that left leg, your hips facing the front of the mat, pulling that left hip back, the right hip forward. Staying here, hands can be on your shin, or perhaps grabbing your palms together behind you, opening up your chest as you fold over your left leg. If helpful, coming back to that intention for today's practice. And gently unwinding your hands, letting them fall down to the mat. And then bending your right knee, or your left knee, reaching forward, standing split, grounding down to the left foot. Perhaps all the way, warrior three, letting your hands rest off the floor, reaching that right arm, that right leg back, and then gently keeping that right leg, bringing it back up, and then lowering it down, coming back to a comfortable standing position, maybe shaking out a little bit, preparing for the other side. At your own pace, inhaling that left leg up, and then back, coming into a warrior two. On the other side of that right knee, bent, toes facing the front, left leg long, with toes just in a little bit, hips out to the side, building that foundation, feeling arms long. Then just as we did on the other side, reversing that warrior. And then with the next breath, straightening that leg. Inhaling back, just flowing through that at your own pace with that reverse warrior and triangle. And do one more. Holding that for a little bit longer. Coming back into that triangle, straightening, reaching long with the arms down. Gently bending that right knee, coming into a warrior two. Just a moment, and then pulling forward into a side angle. That right elbow on your right knee, reaching long with that left leg, arm, and left leg. Relaxing through the neck, the jaw, and the shoulders. Coming back, warrior two for a breath. Then folding your hands forward. Letting your hips face the front of the mat here. Perhaps walking your feet out a little bit. And then coming into a pyramid pose as we did on the other side for that hamstring stretch. So walking that left foot forward. Angling your left foot as you plant it down, straightening that right leg as well. Gently pulling back to the right hip, left hip forward. Your hips square from the mat. Your hands can be on the ground, on your shin. Perhaps clasp your palms with your thumb, opposite thumb on top this time. Just connecting with your breath, perhaps your intention as well. Ready, unwinding, letting your hands plant down, coming into a split, Grounding down to that right foot as you reach long, your left leg long in the air behind you. If you'd like, maybe your hands reach off as well. Coming into Warrior 3. And gently finding your hands back down, your feet back down. Gently coming into a plank for a moment. Lowering down your knees, your chest. Gently opening up. It's a nice gentle back bend. Mini cobra, full cobra. And as your next breath, curling your toes under, coming into a downward dog. And then gently bring your knees down. Coming back onto your back here. Coming into our final little rest. So let our legs go out long. Our arms go out long. And just let go of that breath. Let go of the body. Settling in to our final resting position, Shavasana. Staying here as long as you like, as long as you need. At your own pace when you're ready. Coming back to the body. Allowing a deeper breath. Some intuitive movement. Rolling your wrists and ankles, fingers and toes. Gently giving your knees a little hug as you roll on to one side in a fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed if this feels comfortable. And gently pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position to face the front of the room, front of the mat. Just a final moment of meditation. Bring your hands together in prayer position in front of Heart Center. Sealing in our practice today. Coming back to that intention. This goal for the weekend, for our health, for our well-being. Seeing it as true and real. And bowing forward to yourself in gratitude for yourself for making space. Namaste.
Namaste.